Hey sisters, welcome back to my channel. By the looks of the title, you already know what we're gonna get into. But first and foremost, I want to thank all my new subscribers for coming through and checking out my channel and becoming one of my sisters. You know I won't let you down, okay? I'm coming to you with all of those relatable topics that you know we all go through, okay? But with that being said, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get right into the video. By the looks of the title, you know I'm going to be talking about something that we all can relate to, which is being played, aka hurt by these men, okay? These men that think that they could just keep playing with our emotions, all right? So, we're going to nip this in the bud right now. First things foremost, sis, if you want to make him regret hurting you, especially over and over again, then you want to follow these tips because they're the absolute best. I promise you that, okay? And I will never lead you astray. I talk about these topics because I have gone through them myself. So everything that I say to you is like experienced and knowledge and wisdom and the whole nine, sis. So go get your pen and paper, get your favorite snack, and let's get into it, okay? First, show less interest. Like, the less you entertain this man is the less he'll be able to play with your emotions, okay? Don't give him the chance to study you. And I think that's a lot of that's where a lot of us make that mistake. We tend to allow these men to be around us and so-called study our needs and wants and our typical behavior, and that's how they get to one up us, so to speak. And in order to stop that, you have to show less interest. Don't allow him to have a certain amount of access to you, especially if he's not acting right, especially if he's not showing like he wants to be in a relationship with you. There's no need for him to have access to you in certain ways. So unless it's like hey, how you doing type of thing, then he doesn't need to be coming over as he pleases, and he doesn't need to be knowing your day-to-day routine, your schedule, none of that, sis, because when he knows all of those things, he is able to use it against you, and that's how he is able to play with your emotions, because he can sit down and meditate and say, okay, well, I'm gonna do this because I know how she'll react. You know, stuff like that. You wanna try to give him less power over you. And that is the key. Less power, less interest, the whole nine, okay? You wanna keep him at a distance the same way he keeps you at a distance. Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna save you from getting hurt all over again, okay? Next, turn the tables on him. Use reverse psychology. Don't sit there and try to prove to him that you're a good woman to him and you're loyal to him, because at the end of the day, he knows that, sis. He knows that you're a good woman. A man knows when he sees a good woman, okay? From the first day he meets you until the day that you guys go apart, are separate ways. He knows what he is staring in his face, okay? I'm sorry. He knows what is staring him in the face. He knows what you are, what type of woman you represent, the whole nine when he just starts to get to know you. I'm telling you, sis, there's no reason for you to sit there and try to prove to a man that you're up to par because he knows that already. But he just likes to feed his ego. He likes to know that he can toy around with your heart, your emotions, your feelings. Every man knows that a woman wants to be loved. Every man knows that a woman wants a committed relationship. That's what we consider to be happiness and joy. And every man knows that. So instead of giving it to us outright, they rather play with our emotions a little bit. They rather tease us, so to speak. And that's really what it is. It's really just him teasing you because he knows that's what you want at the end of the day. It's like having a pot of gold, but you're not going to give it up so easily, right? So that's why these men play with our emotions, sis. They play with their emotions to feed their ego because they have the pot of gold that we want so bad, and they know that we will jump through hoops and fire and all kind of stuff just to get that pot of gold. But at the end of the day, it's for us to know better. It's for us to really ask ourselves, is his pot of gold worth it? Because his pot of gold is showing you that he has some stains and some dirt up in there, okay? Meaning the way that he treats you, the fact that he thinks it's okay to toy with your emotions in the first place shows you that his pot of gold needs to be thrown away, and you need to throw the whole dude away and keep it pushing, okay? Because at the end of the day, even if he was to hand it to you, you still would be unhappy, and it wouldn't be worth all the trouble, sis. So there's no need for you to sit there and try to prove to this man that you're up to par, you could have his back certain ways, that you could be his rock, that you're his everything. No, 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 no. Do reverse psychology on him, sis. Let him wonder if you are a good woman. Let him wonder if you could have his back. Let him wonder if you're the right one, okay? Because then that will make him more interested in treating you right, because then he want to play his cards right to make sure that you are the right one. I got you right there, didn't I? Yeah, think about it. When we're too willing to prove ourselves, that's where we go wrong. And nobody told us to do that, but we just automatically think that we have something to prove to these men. You have nothing to prove, sis. You are a complete package within itself. And if anybody should be proving anything, it's him. So let him prove to you that he deserves you. Let him prove to you that you are deserving of being treated like a lady and being eventually his everything, like you are, like you can be, okay? Let him prove to you that he can do right by you. Use reverse psychology on these men, because that's the only way you're gonna beat them at their own game. Okay, sis? Now, yeah, like I was saying, two can play that game. So if he wanna be dodging you or picking you up and dropping you whenever he feel like it, acting like you're replaceable, acting like you're nothing, acting like you just another girl, then girl, you do the same thing. Two can play that game. Meet him you meet him where he at mentally. That's what you do, okay? Because if you're gonna if you're up here and he's down here, then you gonna meet him down here, okay? And I'm not saying to lower your standards, but what I'm saying is, since that's where his head is at down here, then you're gonna show him that, all right, two can play that game in the essence that, you want to act childish, you want to act nonchalant about life, you want to act like you have no morals and goals to life, you want to act like you got so much ego and pride that you could be wasting people's time, then I'm going to show you the same thing. In essence, where you going to show him like, dude, while you busy doing all of that and feeding your ego, I'm over here preserving my peace and minding my business and looking forward to moving on to the next best thing. The next best thing. I don't know why I keep stuttering. Because You don't got time. You don't got nothing to prove to him. He need to do the proving. Shoot. He's supposed to be winning you, not the other way around. Okay, sis? Now, next. This is my go-to right here. Go live your best life, sis. Like, there is no reason, absolutely no reason why you should be sitting at home worried about this dude, crying over this dude. Nothing. Now, I'm not saying go out there and start being a little promiscuous. I'm just saying go out there and live your best life and even post it on your social media. Show him that life goes on. You want to sit there and play games? I'm good with or without you, boo. Just show him like life doesn't end with him, and it definitely didn't start with him either. And you are good either way. You're good with him or without him. And when you do that, it'll make him sit back and really wonder like, whoa, am I playing the wrong one? Because she's not stressing over me. Like, my mind games aren't working on her. Like, yeah, sis, you gotta really make these men wonder. You gotta really get to their mind. It's all about the mind games, sis. If you could beat them at their own game, I'm telling you, all my tips and tricks right here are 100% guaranteed. I will never lead you astray, sis. I promise you that, okay? Never lead you astray. You want to go live your best life, honey, and start posting everything positive that's going on for you. Every single thing. Speak positivity as much as you can and let it show on you. Show no stress, show no depression. Don't let this man get the upper hand by keeping you down mentally and emotionally and spiritually, because that's what he wants, because that's gonna make him feel like he really doing something, like he's worth you stressing over. No, absolutely not. And then he's gonna feel like he could just pop up whenever he feel like it because he got you wrapped around his finger. No, sis. Put an end to it. Go live your best life. Don't even act like you sweating, dude. Okay? That's the best tip I got right there. So make sure you write that one down. All right? Now, turn your pain into power. Listen here, listen here. Turn your pain into power, meaning you gonna boss up on his behind, okay, sis? And I don't mean boss up like go get a job and start buying expensive clothes. I mean boss up to the point where he gonna sit back and be like, yo, that could have been me and her. We could have been making them boss moves together. Yes, boss up in that manner. Turn your pain into power. Show him like, all right, you think it's funny? You think it's cool to be stepping on my feelings like that and playing around with my feelings? All right, I got you, boo. Watch this. Show him that you wanted him, but you don't need him. Now, that's turning your pain into power, because now you definitely giving him the rope to hang himself, because now you're showing him like, yeah, I wanted to boss up with you or whatever, but you take me for a joke, so I'm going to just keep it pushing without you. Now you could sit there with your little mind games. You could sit there with your little hoes or whatever and do what you do and watch me move on and be happy without you. Yeah, sis, that's how you're going to make him regret hurting you, especially when it's like a repetitive cycle and he keeps saying sorry, but he keeps doing it over and over and over and over and over again. Girl, no, it's time to put a stop to it. And I'm telling you, go get up, wipe those tears, wash your face, delete all the pictures you have with him if you have to, girl. Don't go on his social media at all, girl, because he knows that you're watching, okay? Don't feed into him no more. Just start bossing up. Do some boss crap that he never saw coming. Just let him understand this one simple thing. You wanted him, but you don't need him. And there's definitely better out there waiting for you. So you don't ever make a man feel like you need him oh so much and you love him more than you love yourself, because that's a lie from the pit of the hell. I don't care how much history you guys have. I don't care what it is that y'all got going on. You are number one, and he needs to recognize that you are number one too. So his little games and him hurting you and taking you for a joke is gonna stop today. I promise you. Follow these tips I'm giving you, and it will definitely, definitely change your life, sis. Next, show no more emotion or understanding. And what I mean is, sometimes you talk to a guy and he'll start to vent to you, right? He'll start to tell you about his past relationships, or some of his toxic situations he got going on, whether it be with an ex-girlfriend or his sister or his mama. Like, some men like to just vent to you and have you at their convenience. Meaning, whether like they just come over because you always cooking, or they just always want you to do laundry because you got a whole bunch of kids and you always doing laundry. Like, just a man that always tends to you because you're convenient for him in every which way. A man that always sees you as a resource, but ends up stepping all over your feelings because you don't need him, but he needs you. And this is what I say to you, sis. Show no more emotion, no more understanding, okay? When he calls you with his complaints, you tell him that you busy, you don't got time, okay? Just do that exactly. You're busy, you don't got time. And just throw some salty words out there, like some salty phrases. Tell him, like, look, you ain't worried about what I need, so I'm not worried about what you need. Straight like that. So if he call you and tell you he's hungry, be like, I'm hungry too. Bye. Straight like that. If he call you and tell you, oh, so-and-so pissed him off today, just be like, listen, I'll call you right back. Yeah, do one of those. Leave him on red, sis. Leave him on red. Start acting busy even when you know you just at home chilling, okay? Don't feed into his crap no more. Don't be understanding no more. Don't have no more patience for this man, because at the end of the day, he's just taking you for granted, and that's why he thinks it's okay to play with your emotions. Because you allow him to wrap you around his fingers and twiddle them. Just like that, sis. Now, I mean no offense, because I know what it feels like to have your heart played with, okay, and your emotions played with, your mind and whole nine. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in. These are the men that we are faced to deal with, and we have to just suck it up and beat them at their own game. We have to. So don't be understanding no more. Don't be caring and attentive and nurturing and the whole nine no more. Just put your foot down. That's what you do, sis. Put your foot down and be like, I'm busy. I'll call you right back. Like, all that. Yeah, all that. All that, because he don't respect your time. He don't respect your feelings. So why should you respect his? Why? Why should you respect his? This man keeps saying sorry, but he keep doing the same things to hurt you over and over again. He's taking you for granted, and you're allowing him to. You're allowing him to because you want to be with him so bad, but that's the thing. You're feeding his ego. And once he realizes that you want him so bad and he could do anything and just give you an empty apology every freaking single time, then he will continue to do it. It's the saying that tigers never change their stripes. And darling, it's one of those things, like, clearly, honestly, I mean, come on. I could give you all these tips to make a man regret hurting you, but the thing about it is you have to really ask yourself, is he even worth the pain? Is he worth it? Is he worth you sitting down being frustrated over him? Like, is he worth you sitting there wondering to yourself, like, girl, sis, like, no. No, like, I don't want to get too deep, but y'all know, we know what it is, okay, behind the scenes, when we're sitting at home and our mind is just wandering and going, and our heart is all over the place. You know, we know what it is, but at the same token, we got to be real with ourselves. We got to understand that, we got to understand that, yeah, we need to understand that sometimes we just gotta love ourselves a little bit more than we love these men, because they take us for granted. And it's not necessarily that we want to be played with, it's not necessarily that we don't love ourselves, but we try so hard to prove to them that we are worth their time and effort, and that we're a good woman, that we just like shoot our own selves in the foot, really, because that's what gives them the authority to want to play games with us, to want to keep hurting us, to want to keep taking us for a joke. And that's just a sad truth. So, sis, you really gotta have an honest talk with yourself, okay? You gotta really put your foot down on this one, alright? If you want him to regret hurting you and to eventually stop, you gotta follow these steps. Because I'm telling you, these tricks, tips, whatever you want to call it, I will never lead you astray, okay? And last but not least, you want to program him. Like, when I mean program him, I mean like you want to set him on a one accord where he could actually look into the future with you. And you do this by conveniently squeezing in some phrases, some catchphrases every time you talk to him. Just make it your point of duty to remind him here and there of how things could be great between you and him if he would just get his act together and stop taking you for granted and stop hurting you. Like, for instance, if y'all are just cuddling or watching TV, you could just pick a topic, a random topic, and be like, oh, you know, I could see us doing this and that together, but you won't treat me right, so I guess I'm gonna have to do it with somebody else. Like, something like that. Like, just remind him that you can always move on. You don't have to put up with his crap. Always poke it in his ear that, you know, you're considering looking for better because you deserve better. And that will make him start to regret it, because, I mean, if he's human, he'll have a conscience, right? And eventually he'll start to really think on his own, like, wow, you know, she really is a cool girl, and I really need to stop doing her so wrong, because I could see myself being happy with her. Like, you know, men do that. They wait till they're not around you to do that, though. But you'll never know. But trust me, I'm telling you, they do it. I promise you, they do it. They wait till you're not around, and then they start to think to themselves like, yo, you know, this girl, she do this for me, she do that for me, you know, she really proves herself, stuff like that. And she's always reminding me of how things could be one day. And I just really need to get my act together, like, you know. And even if he doesn't get his act together, sis, it's too bad for him, because guess what? When he is sitting back and looking up one day and see you out and about with your new thing, and you looking amazing, and you're glowing, and you're happy, and everything in your life is also looking perfect, okay, then he's definitely gonna regret hurting you, girl. He's definitely gonna regret playing you, girl, because you wanted him. You wanted him, but he took you for granted. He kept trying to play with your feelings, so you moved on to the next best thing, and boom, there you are. You found your pot of gold. and you're doing okay. You're doing great. And you probably won't even remember him. You probably won't even remember him. You'll probably look back at him like, oh, too bad for you, darling. Because you had me, but you didn't know what to do with me. Okay? Yes, sis. So, if you follow these tips, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you from the bottom of my heart, okay? And make sure you share it with a friend because I know there's other sisters out there that want to know, okay? They want to know. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to all my new subscribers. I'm so grateful to you guys. I'll be coming with more relatable topics. And if you haven't already, please, 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 please go check out my ebook. It's called A Walk from Violence on Amazon, and it's free for Kindle members, okay? The link is down below in the description, okay? And I might even be doing a sale for the holidays. So remember, go check out my ebook. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Peace.